Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today I definitely do not look the same. But that's for purposes only I know. And I just spit a lot. Ew. Okay, so this video is supposed to be about how to stay away from narcissistic people. Keep a distance or just completely cut them out. I would definitely say completely cutting them out is a recommendation. But you never know, like sometimes you need to keep distance, and I'm also learning on how to do that because I hate it. But it's not always about me, you know. It's always a two-way street, so I definitely have, it's not my first time like biting the bullet, doing something I don't want to do. But yeah. Number one, accountability. A lot of people do not take accountability because, I don't know. But as a person that tries to be just try to be a good individual and honestly own up to what they do as a woman, I've always taken accountability. And someone tried to tell me, like, taking accountability isn't just saying, oh, I did it, like, I did this, I did that, I took accountability for it. Like, I do take accountability for my actions by saying I did everything that I was accused of. Not every single thing that I was accused of, but mostly. I did go off on my family. I did harass. But in general, it's like don't start none, won't be none. And a lot of y'all aren't adults because you don't really take accountability. And a narcissistic person will never take accountability. So that's important to remember. Negative. A narcissistic person is always going to be negative, whether it be about the weather, their personal information, small talk, football, anything. They're just very negative people. I know a couple of narcissistic people in my life, and they're miserable. Like, no shade. If you're going back and forth with anybody that's like severely under your age, then that says a lot about you, especially when the situation could have been handled a long time ago in a better way. If someone does something to me and I say someone has done something to me, it's not a lie. And I also don't have to prove nothing to people because God is always here. He sees everything. So he saw my abuse. He saw what I went through, and he recognizes the fact that my body has been violated, my peace has been violated. So I really don't have to go back and forth with anybody about that. But yeah, negative. If they just always come around like mad and angry about the dumbest stuff, like if someone is going off about a paper clip, you need to leave. Like, abort mission. I'm trying to fix my eyelash because I feel like it keeps jumping off my eye. And this is another reason why my family like disowns me. I wouldn't say disown me, but they definitely talk stuff about how I look right now. But I'm comfortable, so do you. A narcissistic person is always gonna blame you. Like if you say it's something that they don't do, they're gonna spin it right about and say, you don't do it, you're not that, you're this, you do that, yeah. Like they're always gonna flip it back around on you. Another thing I've noticed that a lot of narcissistic people have said is that we don't owe you nothing. If somebody like myself rear-ends you driving, like say if I was driving and I rear-ended you, I owe you my insurance. I owe you some type of money, I owe you some type of repair due to the fact that I just rear-ended you and your car is not messed up. Like there's a responsibility for each and everything that you do. Like, and God works on my behalf, so I really don't have to go back and forth with anybody. But honestly, like I said, you owe me what you owe me, and that's an apology. Whether you want to give an apology or not, it's up to you. But like I said, these are just some things to help people, help anybody in general that just needs to stay away from narcissistic individuals because life's too short. They really make life a lot worse, and like I wasted so much energy and time on narcissistic individuals that I pray I never see again, or never in my life again, and never really waste my time anymore as well. Like I've also wasted a lot of time. And I really should take the time to like dig into my life more than giving people such power. The last thing about this entire experience is that it's going to be very hard to let go. Um, for people like me, I'm very sensitive. I just really care about my family. Like, I really wholeheartedly love my family, even though they have said and done horrific, vindictive things to me that are spiteful and evil. But it doesn't really outweigh the good things that they have impactfully left in my life. I really don't want to get into that as much because I don't feel like giving people their flowers after they torment and hurt you and not even apologize for half of the things that they've done. Like, it'd be one thing, like, I used to just bite the bullet, you know, like, just, I have to live around narcissistic people, I have to be around narcissistic people, I'm just not gonna express myself, I'm gonna just be quiet and I'm gonna let them say whatever, like, that used to be me. But I snapped hard, because that can't be me, that can't be anybody, really. Like, I worked so hard to be where I am, and I'm so tired of people that are me, of my community, of my family, saying what I can't do, compare me to others, you know, just, oh, my cousins have this, but I don't have that. Like, it's just really sad, to be honest. Like, this is exactly why we don't get anywhere as a people, because we are always fighting each other instead of the person or the people responsible for putting us in these positions in the first place. We always seem to go back and forth with each other. And, you know, earlier I tried to do this video and it wasn't the same. And I definitely have to work on emotions as well. Like, I do the best that I can, but it's really hard to, like, expect someone to be A-okay, especially after, like, low-key messing them up mentally. Like, just a habitual little things, like talking over me, but leaning on me at the same time, talking about me in a very derogatory way in front of my family and not really pulling me to the side or expressing yourself, going back and forth with me, saying my mom sucks dicks, just a bunch of things, saying that my like physical abuse was basically my fault, or saying to get over my physical abuse. And that was basically, one of those people were my favorite person, like my favorite uncle. But it's opened up my eyes a lot, and I think personally I have a lot of evaluating to do when it comes to people in my life. I should have just blocked you. I should have blocked so many people, but the reason I did it is because I really did love and have so much love for you. And I guess in the midst of that, I kind of forgot to love myself. So that's what I'm going to be focused on forever now. And just remembering, like, just even this video in general, like, this is also for me to just remember, like, the hurt and the pain and the torment that I have been through. Honestly, some of the stuff I've definitely put myself through, just engaging with people that I thought genuinely loved and cared about me, and they don't even love and care about themselves. So before you can come to me, you really need to look in the mirror and try to work on yourself. I've seen one of you yell at a man on the corner store for asking for $1. Just a bunch of different situations going on in my family that I really don't agree with as a person with morals. I did talk to my grandmother earlier. I'm trying to somewhat be cordial with her, but that is just as hard. And I don't want to see her right now. I don't want to see any of my family members, and I'm super happy they don't want to see me. So I just feel like it's important to really take accountability in my actions. And I'm sorry for just really losing it and not really, like, thinking twice about, like, what I'm going through, more so than just kind of flying off the hinges. But enough is enough. Stop making fun of my makeup. Stop talking down to me. Stop talking over me. Stop telling me what I can't do. I'm super excited to not see you all during Christmas or Thanksgiving or any gathering where loving families are together, because this is not a loving family. If you ridicule your child, or if there is a member in your family that continues to ridicule young people, you need to recognize that. It's just really sad, like, all we go through as young people, people get talked down to as far as self-expression or sexuality, whatever it is. Like, we can never really express ourselves and be happy, and that creates such a huge snowball effect for other misery and other unhappiness. I really do feel like a lot of my uncles and a lot of my family are unhappy, so they kind of forcefully push it out onto other people. It's just a certain thing that we need to notice as Black people. I do not blame any other race for these sorts of things when it comes to molestation, when it comes to verbal, mental, physical abuse in any family, simply because it is 2025. And if you do not have the common sense enough to get yourself some help to break generational curses, to treat your kids with respect, then that says a lot about you and your mental health. Narcissistic people are at an all-time high. They are around all the time. I really feel like they're such fans of me because my friends, the dude I was involved with, like everybody, like pretty much is a narcissist within my life, and it's weird. But I don't, disown anything. I really think all of y'all are fans. Like all of y'all came here for me. I remember I had a friend of 15 years. And I remember years ago, I had did like a Michael Jackson tribute, something like that in like middle school. And her like hall was the only one. She was the only person within that hall that was clapping for me. And I will always remember you clapping for me in that way, like in that moment. You are such a fan, and you have always been such a fan. So trying to hit me with a car, trying to take my life, trying to talk about me as if I'm nothing, as if I'm crazy and disgusting and a loser, that is all on you. But you have to look in the mirror and realize that that is still you. And it ain't going nowhere. I don't care how many times you got to get on that treadmill just for you to realize that you're not going to really be anything unless you get out of that habit of knowing your own torture. If you can't push yourself hard enough to be like, yeah, let me change my body, change my body overnight, let me hurry up and do this, like, then hurry up and do that. Like, if you have a goal, or if you are loathing over someone else, like, look into yourself. Like, that person was upset at me because of my body size, probably very jealous of me. Like, I don't really care. Like, all of y'all were basically jealous, but from that perspective, like, you're a very sad individual, and I will always remember you clapping for me. Same thing goes for the Indigo Providence owner. I will always remember you coming to my dorm. Simple. It's not, you are always a fan. You will always think of me first. You are always gonna think of me in some way or capacity because you're a fan, and you've always been a fan. So trying to destroy my life, trying to tell me to kill myself, trying to tell me just trying to end me in general, it's not gonna work. You may knock me down, but you can never knock me off. So it's important to know narcissism is alive, it's around. These people have nothing better to do but literally be self-loathing assholes. And if that's something y'all wanna do, go ahead. But in this life, I will be something, and that's on everything. No tea, no shade. I hope y'all are blessed within y'all lives and everything, but seriously, you're ugly as fuck. However, I ain't gonna stop. Like, the grind ain't gonna stop for me. Like, honestly, it just was hard. Like, I had a hard time finding a job. I had a hard time doing a lot of stuff. But one thing that got me through is God. And as long as He's in my life and on my side, I know one thing. Y'all gonna lose. That's all I gotta say. But for family, people that have been reaching out to me, my sister, I really can't mess with you either. Honestly, you talk craziness, and I'm so sorry, but you cannot be around me. If you saying stuff that's not true, that's detrimental to my life, that's detrimental to my job, like, you cannot be around. Dead ass. Same thing out to just everybody I'm dealing with right now. Like, it's really hard to trust anybody, like, including a preacher, dog. Honestly, like, everything and everybody that I've ever loved or I seriously thought one of my cousins was gonna be my bridesmaid. That's rich. That's real rich. That was never gonna happen. Like, that, I knew deep down, like, probably that would happen, but maybe that would never happen. I don't know. And I don't even have a husband, so what the hell am I thinking about that for? Just wondering who's gonna be in my life, wondering who really cares. It ain't you. It was never you. And honestly, if you do care a little bit or did care in the past, like, I appreciate that. And if you tried to be a good person in my life or around me, I understand as well. But the people you come from and the stuff that is, like, seriously within the air, within the midst of how we treat each other, it's just not working for me. Like, if you were raised to talk down to people, if people talk down to you and you talk down to others, I cannot be around you, like literally. And if you don't think that's what's happening, then you need to look in the mirror and realize that half of the things that are being said to you are very negative. So I also think that my cousins and everybody that's, like I said, in this age range should take a step back from my family right now, because everybody is rude. Like, everybody is really rude and disrespectful, and everybody keeps telling me to accept it, and I'm not going to accept none of that. None of it, on neither side, mother or father. Like, literally, like, I'm not dealing with any type of disrespect. If I have to remove myself, if I have to be the Grinch, if I have to be the most hated person on earth, that's fine. I don't care. But at the end of the day, please respect me. I do want you in my life, but I want you to respect me first. Don't say nothing crazy to me and expect me not to say nothing crazy. Like, I can go on and on about this, but like I said, these are the points of staying away from a narcissist. And I'm done. Have a nice night.